The nationwide lockdown will continue until the 3rd of May. That and all the other big stories of the day right here on Outbreak News. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has announced today morning that the nationwide lockdown will continue at least until the 3rd of May. Now, he did say that in certain areas there will be a review on the 20th of April, and if the situation looks like it is improving, certain essential activities may be restored. However, he also did say that in case the situation gets worse again, heavy restrictions will be reimposed. Now, what these essential activities are, what these areas are, the government is expected to release details about that by tomorrow. Now, the Ministry of Consumer Affairs, Food and Public Distribution, which you can imagine is an important ministry in these times, has issued a letter to its employees asking them to come to work by the 20th of April or face the sack. Now, most government employees had been asked to work from home when the lockdown was announced on March 24th. However, the government had issued a notification asking them to return to work as normal on Monday. Sources indicate to NDTV that many employees in the ministry have flouted this order and stayed at home even on Monday, which the ministry sees as an act of grave insubordination, and it has asked employees to intimate it by the 20th of April if they do not wish to come to work, in which case they will be relieved. French President Emmanuel Macron said in a public address that the country will begin to ease restrictions from the 11th of May. Now, he said that the war against the coronavirus is by no means over, and while the country will begin to ease restrictions, it will be a while until everything is back to normal. So while schools will reopen from that date, restaurants and cafes will remain closed for the time being, and he said that it will be until mid-July that public events and large gatherings will be still banned. The International Monetary Fund, or the IMF, said that it will provide debt relief to over 25 countries for at least 6 months, and that period of time can stretch up to 2 years if requested. Due to new pledges made by the UK, China, and Japan, the IMF said that it can afford to cover debt repayment for over 25 countries, including Afghanistan, Yemen, and Gambia. Now, the IMF has also asked for donations from more wealthy countries so that it can afford to do so for even more nations. US President Donald Trump has, among other things, threatened to withdraw funding for the WHO at a bizarre press conference. Now, during this entire press conference, he was very antagonistic. He had many face-offs with the press. He also alleged that he had complete and total authority over the authorization of COVID-19 decisions, which the American media was quick to point out he does not. It is also extremely inadvisable in the current scenario to withdraw funding for the WHO. Trump has been vocal about wanting to reopen the country as soon as possible, and he said that he will take a decision on this by the 1st of May. That were all the big stories of the day. For more on the coronavirus outbreak in India and around the world, stay tuned to NDTV Hop Live. I'll see you tomorrow.